Frankly, I'm surprised this movie took off like it did. All it is a blatant ripoff of Friday the 13th, which of course some would argue is blatantly ripping off Halloween. But I mean, come on, the summer camp, the woods, the lake, even the film taking the point of view of the killer. You know, there's a fine line between inspiration and flat-out copying. I swear sometimes it looks like they took the exact same location as the one used in Friday the 13th. The key factor here is it any good? I don't really mind if a movie steals from another movie, but there'd better be a reason for it. Most of the remakes that come out today are simply unnecessary and have very little in common with the source material. What's even more surprising than the film's fan base is that it spawned 3 sequels. It's a franchise. These movies were turning a profit. It's got to be a good movie when it spawns some sequels, right? Just look at that award-winning Howling franchise. Cinema Gold right there. Note to viewer, I'm being sarcastic. The film takes place primarily at Camp Arawak. Everything's nice, people are boating, having a good time. All of a sudden, the driver loses control, accidentally hits the accelerator, and runs over a father and his 2 kids. Just look at these reaction shots, they're hilarious.
Oh my God! Somebody help the people, Dad!
Overacting at its worst. What's even stranger is when they show the dad, it's just the actor floating across the screen. I'm just floating along, pretending to be dead. Oh wait, am I supposed to really be dead here? My bad. We then switch to this random family, and you wouldn't think they have any relevance to what just happened at the camp. We get this really over-the-top mother, and honestly, I don't know what to make of her.
We wouldn't want them to leave without us, now would we? No? No, I'm afraid that wouldn't do.
Is she just fucking nuts, or is the actress really that bad of a performer? It sounds like she's projecting in a play.
Why, they're your physicals, of course. We can't go to camp without our physicals now, can we? Just be careful not to tell anyone how you got them. Oh, no, I'm afraid that they wouldn't approve of that at all. Even though they know that I am a doctor.
No matter what they do, I'll never tell.
Okay, what the hell is up with this crazy bitch? I'm pretty sure she just confirmed that she's a pedophile, that she feels up her own kids. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I doubt it. Either way, there's something about this scene that makes me feel dirty. So Ricky and Angela, cousins, get to the camp where Ricky runs into an old flame.
Who were those guys?
Just some boys I met today.
Weren't they a little old for you?
Don't you know girls mature before boys?
That's bullshit and you know it.
Ricky, I don't have time for your nonsense right now.
Well, excuse me, bitch.
You know, for a 12-year-old, he curses a lot. We find out that for whatever reason, Angela is extremely shy and socially awkward. Can't imagine why, considering her molesting aunt. As you'd expect, she becomes the prime target for persecution from the other girls.
Yeah. She takes showers when no one can see. She has no hair down below.
Judy!
She's a real carpenter's dream. Flat as a board and needs a screw.
That's enough! Fuck off!
What outer-worldly, interdimensional, Twilight Zone, fucked up summer camp is this? Seriously, it's been like 25 years since I've been to a summer camp, but kids generally don't act this mean. There's a sympathetic counselor who tries to help her out in the cafeteria, but I can't even look at this guy. What's with the see-through shorts? It's like he's posing for a Fruit of the Loom ad. Yeah, I'm sure he would like to help out Angela, just not in the way she thinks. Then there's this creepy chef who corners Angela and tries to have his way with her when Ricky comes in and sees the whole thing. What's this movie's obsession with child molestation? The deeper I go into this movie, the more I want to shut it off. Look, it's one thing to have an adult killer going around killing other adults, especially when they're stupid, but this is just another level of creepiness that I don't think I'm ready to deal with. Did people actually flock to this shit?
There ain't no such thing as being too young.
So finally, we get a death scene where an unseen killer pushes out the stool the chef stands on, dumping a vat of boiling hot water on him. They don't even have the balls to finish him off. Instead, they show him being carted off in bandages like he was mummified. It doesn't even qualify as a death scene. The fucking guy lives. There's a scene that looks like it came right out of Porky's, minus the male nudity, thank God. A bunch of guys go skinny dipping when some dumbass tips over his canoe. He starts singing some stupid song.
Hey, Baba Reba. Hey, Baba Reba.
When an unseen figure with long black hair, let me stress, an unseen figure with long black hair, surfaces and drowns him. Good, he wasn't much of a singer to begin with. The kid had no future. Feed him to the sharks. There's also some rivalry between Angela and the other girls because one boy, one out of a whole camp, chooses to talk to her. One of the counselors starts shaking her simply because she won't answer her. $20 says Angela ends up being the killer. Any takers? Even the boys started on Angela, but in a fun way. Of course, here comes the foul-mouthed cousin Ricky to the rescue.
I'll kick your freaking asses over this goddamn camp, you fucks!
Jesus, all because they threw a water balloon at her? Loosen up. This next kill is actually pretty original. This guy's on the crapper when the killer bars him in his stall and drops an active beehive on him. Now, I'm no biologist or anything, but these have got to be some pretty pissed off bees. This is a pretty brutal death. In the next scene, we see Angela about to get busy with her new boyfriend when suddenly there's this weird flashback scene of two kids, the two that we saw get killed in the beginning, watching two gay men have sex. Hey, art is art, and I'm not quibbling over a couple of homosexuals getting their penis poker on, but what the hell does this have to do with the rest of the movie? It's completely without context. Then we see the two kids just staring at each other in a bed. Watch the suspense as the kids stare, and point, and stare some more. So something about this scene makes Angela run for the hills. Was it the gay men love scene or all the pointing? We'll never know. There are some more kills when the camp owner pins Ricky for the murders and starts beating the living snot out of him. Really? He seems like a perfectly well-rounded kid to me.
Those cocksuckers keep picking on my cousin.
But get this, he actually ends up murdering the poor kid. I'm telling you, there's no one to root for in this movie. Everyone sucks. Everyone has really warped personalities, and no one acts like a rational human being.
Listen, Angela, if you're not going to participate in our activities, then you just sit there and you do nothing. That does not include talking with the boys.
Who in their right minds kills a kid because they suspect him of a crime when there's no evidence? So after enough dead bodies have piled up, the kids finally call the cops. Oh my god, that mustache looks like it was literally painted on. Then we get another flashback scene of the mother from hell where she's talking to one of the kids. Apparently, one of the kids from the boating accident survived and was mercifully handed over to Patty the pedophile over here. And since she already had a boy, she just absolutely needed a girl to round it all out. Are we putting two and two together yet? So yes, as I estimated earlier, Angela is the killer. And she has a penis. I've never felt so dirty and abused in all my life. So that's Sleepaway Camp. This image will haunt me for the rest of my natural life.